This topic. Okay, so we are a little late on this, but about a week or so, a week ago, Alec Baldwin was charged with involuntary manslaughter for the making of the movie Rust, where he accidentally shot and killed a photographer, the camera lady. So, what is our thoughts on that? Do you think he should have been charged with that? Do you think it was a complete mistake that he should not have? Do you think the person that provided the gun or put the gun on set in the first place should be more responsible?
Was anybody else charged or just him?
I think it was.
Wasn't there also a charge for the person does the gun?
The gun handler. There's an actual name for them. I can't remember what they're called, but the gun.
Yeah, so some gun handler person was like, "Here's your gun. It's full of blanks. Do your acting now." Yeah. And then suddenly blanks aren't in there, and then someone he admits, I guess. Well, at first he didn't pull the trigger, but now I guess he did pull the trigger.
Yeah.
But was misled, so he says, into doing this, which resulted in death.
Right.
Yeah. And I think that's a
big accident.
Yeah, that's a huge miscommunication.
Why was there even real bullets anywhere on site?
Yes. With today's
that's a big mistake made.
Yeah.
With today's technology, with all that stuff could be added in post edit. They can add guns. They can make fake guns look real. They can make it sound real.
I'm sure they did. I'm sure they added sounds.
So I guess the question is, I'm a lawyer now. If you Google involuntary manslaughter, it occurs when the agent has no intention of committing murder, but caused the death of another through recklessness or criminal negligence.
Yeah.
So was he reckless or criminally negligent by not knowing or not checking the bullets after being told they were blanks, or expecting them to be blanks?
My point is, if I'm that person's family that died, I want somebody's responsibility.
Someone's paying.
And if it's the person that pulled the trigger,
then so be it. Yeah, I'm with
and then he is also a producer of the said movie.
That's part of it too.
He's also a producer, so he is kind of the boss. So he kind of, I don't know if he had
unsafe set.
So if he had a say on who was hired to do said job and stuff like that, I mean, most of the time, most jobs, usually the boss ends up with the responsibility. It usually falls on them. Yes, there's a lot of people that have made mistakes, but usually, who do people look at? It's usually the person that.
Yeah. And this isn't just something like somebody, fell, broke their arm,
right?
And it's workman's comp thing. No, somebody died. It's
she was relatively young, and right, she's
I think so.
Children, small children, and
just saying, it was an accident.
But somebody needs to pay.
But if I'm that person's family, somebody's gotta.
Does he seem like a logical choice, or they're just someone has to pay?
He pulled the trigger. I know it's an unfortunate accident.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody else made him pull that. Sure, I know he was acting, but thought it was blanks.
I mean, he's been around the game for a long time, including weapons on set and all that. I don't know what it's like to be in that spot, but I know that I would feel very uncomfortable, at least for a while, pointing a gun at someone and pulling the trigger.
Right.
Yeah.
Assuming it's blanks inside.
I grew up with guns in my household, and that was the rule of for one, I was never allowed to touch the gun case. That was a big thing. My dad, nope, don't touch that. Also, second, you treat a gun as it's loaded, and you never point it at a person unless you intend to kill them.
Yeah.
But
does that rule apply?
I don't know if that
rule applies. No, but I mean, it would be so weird for me.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, for me, I'm speaking for me to be able to point a gun at somebody and pull a trigger.
Well, that's the same world where you have sex scenes with someone that's not your spouse, and it shows on a screen in front of people.
Yeah.
Okay, true.
That's the same world of things that don't make any sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. It would just be weird.
Yeah, I think it was an accident, and I don't think anyone's disputing that. But I feel like, just like anything, when people accidentally hit somebody in a car accident, you kill somebody, you still have to pay.
Charged.
Still have to pay the consequences.
It wasn't on purpose.
Yeah. Yes, I think
if it was an accident, it's a really good cover up. If it wasn't,
if it wasn't
a really good cover up,
right,
maybe the perfect cover up,
beefing with an onset.
Yeah.
So much. Or I'm not saying that it is on purpose, but
right.
That's what a lot of people said. Though that were comedians were like, that has achieved everything except maybe murder. And that's the feeling, like the one thing he wanted to feel.
I still just want to know how the real bullets were on set.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
Like, how did that happen?
I don't think there's any excuse
I'm guessing
for
it's a guy. That what you guys said, gun handler. That's
Mhm.
probably his thing is the guns,
Mm-hmm.
and if they're probably real, if they're using blanks all the time,
Mm-hmm.
they can probably can use them as if they're real guns, and
Yeah.
think they are real
maybe
guns.
dude makes a mistake,
Yeah.
leaves
Mm-hmm.
rounds in, and
Yeah.
then
I think they
Doesn't
are.
check.
They are real guns.
I have read that it is their job to make sure that they make sure every gun is safe. Everything that enters the set is safe and it's checked and inspected and everything. Like, this is really not supposed to happen.
You think this would have been like triple checked?
Yeah.
Like you're
and
talking.
that's why somebody's gotta pay the price.
Yeah. I don't think Alec Baldwin should be alone in this. I feel like
That's why I asked.
the gun handler person should probably also, I mean,
Was anybody else
Yeah,
charged?
they both get in trouble.
you know, what their charge should be, I don't know, but I definitely feel to some certain level they are, you know,
Involuntary
at fault.
manslaughter sounds good to me.
Yeah,
What's
so
he getting charged? What what is the
The sentence
punishments?
options.
Yeah.
That I don't know. Like, I don't think it's like the death penalty, but I'm pretty sure. Well, I don't even know. The lowest involuntary manslaughter is a felony in California. Was it in California?
Wasn't it?
Legal penalties include 2, 3, or 4 years in a California state prison.
Mhm.
Really, I mean, it would be bad to spend 4 years in prison, but considering you killed somebody, it
yeah.
doesn't
That
sound
seems
that
like a
horrible.
Slap on the wrist, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
It's probably like celebrity prison.
And it's Alec.
Yeah,
and it's Alec Baldwin. He's going to get.
Right, celebrity prison. If he
Yeah.
goes to actual prison,
Yeah.
or will be house arrest.
And
He's gonna have mental scarring from the incident,
yeah,
and that'll reduce it even more because he'll claim,
Woo-hoo.
yeah.
yeah, I know.
Wipe
but
away that little tear.
It's
for him.
it'll be celebrity
sorry.
stuff.
Mhm. Yeah, like anyway, I just feel like actual guns don't belong on set anymore. And I get what I know that they're just trying to save costs on post production and stuff like that
But you're talking
because it's
about
cheaper to shoot a
somebody's-
real gun than it is to have it edited and digitally because
When did this happen? It's been a
I
few
don't know.
years, right?
I think it was like 2021.
So have things
been a little
changed
while.
since then?
What's that?
Have things changed like in movies?
like,
since
There's
then?
some people that have came out like The Rock says he won't do real guns in his movies. He said they'll fix it in post, which
Yeah.
is what a lot of them do anyways. So
It would make sense. What is it? A SAG, like the actor union, which is like the
Yeah.
actors and a lot.
Mhm.
I think the
Screen
behind the scenes
Cider,
people too.
Actors Guild.
I bet a lot of them be like, we're not going to go on sets that have live ammunition,
Yeah.
and then suddenly everyone
Yeah.
stops doing it.
and their
Or
sound
like real guns, or whatever.
Real guns.
and their
Yeah.
sound guys
So,
who
live
do
ammunition. Who goes on those sets?
there's sound guys who do a really good job at making things sound a certain way. You know what I'm saying? So like, I feel like that's the better route than taking a real gun. But I get it. That all costs money and that all adds to the budget and everything. But I don't know.
Well,
I don't think it's worth it anymore.
Sound production is like always, because I mean they do that with everything. 'Cause
Mhm.
It doesn't always.
That's fascinating. Have you ever seen like
Yeah.
the videos of people doing
Yeah.
like sound effects and all that?
Yeah.
And they have like the most random
Yes.
things.
Yes.
Mhm.
Doing like the walking.
Like here's somebody
You know?
walking, like do it.
Yeah.
It has to sound like
Yeah.
it's walking.
And it's like
out.
the most random things that they're
Yeah.
doing. It's really interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like somebody has to pick. I'm with Josh.
Yeah, I'm with you guys too. I feel like someone pulled the trigger, someone's at fault, and somene's got to pay.
And I think more than one person.
I was gonna say it's more than one.
I agree. Looking at this, like trying to understand as a non-lawyer what involuntary manslaughter means,
Mhm.
it looks like that's what he would be guilty of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't intentional, but your actions negligently resulted in someone dying.
Yeah.
It kind of sounds like what happened.
Yeah. I just feel like when you deal with guns, maybe you should look twice, or maybe you should double check.
Yeah. That'd be a weird thing.
All right, that's all I got on this.
Same.
Yeah.
All right, we good?
Yeah.
Is that another topic?
All right. Do I have another?
They keep scoring.
Oh.
This game was 2-0 when we started this.
No, I believe that's it for today, unless we want something else to talk about.
That was good.
Here we have it.